What's going on, people? Episode number 40. You heard that right. Episode 40. We done 40 of these BITCHESs. I'm trying to not swear at the start of the video. You know I've been trying that. I'm getting media trained now, boys. You know what I'm saying? We're stepping up our levels. We hit 10K subscribers, and now I'm media trained. You know, people are DMing me. Can you meet my wife? She's a big fan. You know, like I'm blowing up in the streets. Subs now. It's going crazy, boys. What's going on? Parlay Madness, episode number 40. Robert Whittaker versus Reign of the Riddier. It's a bit of a banger of a card. I'm not going to lie. I know it's a fight night, but it's a bit of a banger of a card. So I'm happy to be here with you. I'm happy to be here with Zar, my man. I'm happy to be here with JB, Jewish Better, my man. How you guys feeling about the card? I'll ask JB first.
That's a bet, bro. I love the Abu Dhabi cards because they start at like 9 in the morning for me, so I don't have to wait. Like, I always get really hyped up whenever UFC's on. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm like, when I could just wake up and there's fights, it's like nothing better in the world to me. And yeah, like I'm really excited for this card. There's a lot of good fights. The main event, I think, is a solid one. So for a fight night, man, I'm hyped. An episode motherfucking 40. So get your 40s, get your whatever pack you got last week, and we gonna light it up, baby. Shout out my guy RG, the pack master, lucrative elite zone legend. This one's for you, bro.
Let's go. Zar, how you feeling, bro?
Yeah, bro. It's a good ass card. Like, I mean, like Abu Dhabi, their fight nights are just like pay-per-views without a title fight. Like fucking Whittaker, RDR, Peter Yan. Like, this is an insane non-pay-per-view. And I'm always hyping this fight. So yeah, I'm ready to gamble.
Let's go, man. I will get straight into the fight, first fight of the night. If you want to bring up the screens, I can't see it at the moment.
Oh, yeah,
so
I got you.
As soon as you bring it up, we'll get into it.
No bullshit today. I rolled up a fat one because, like, I'll be rolling these skim joints on stream sometimes because I'm, like, trying to stay, like, somewhat sober. Not today. We're smoking the mother effing pack.
Episode 40, bro. Like, you have to roll a big one, you know?
I ain't media trained like you, James. I ain't media trained.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. Martin Buday versus Marcus Buchecha. This is going to be a solid fight. And, you know, you guys said that you like waking up and watching the fight straight away. These fights start at 2 a.m. for me. So it's an absolute bastard of a start time. I'm going to be waking up and watching the fights, but not in an ideal time, you know. But I'm a big fan of MMA and of making money on it. So I'm definitely going to be up. At the moment, I'm in Australia. So it's actually a worse time. You know, if I was in New Zealand, they'd be starting at like 5 or something, you know, so I can kind of wake up. It's not too bad. I wake up early, but these ones at 2 a.m. Am I going to wake up for Marcus Buchecha and Martin Buday at 2 a.m.? I probably am. You know why? Because I got a bet on this fight. You know what the bet is? Buchecha to finish the dude in round 1. That's it, boys. I think he's going to finish him in round 1. I got like plus 210. I tracked a lot lower, but it's still out there, plus 200s. I just feel like Buchecha's style, right? He's going to run through people that are not on his level if he gets an ideal position. And that's obviously on the ground. For those of you who don't know, Buchecha is somewhat of a legend in jiu-jitsu, very, very high level jiu-jitsu player. And I'm going to let JB go in a little bit more in depth on his credentials and stuff because he's going to have a better idea than me. But I know him well. You know, I've known of him for a while. I actually bet against him in his only loss in MMA against Umar Kane, right? That came a couple of years ago, plus 250 odds on Umar Kane there. Obviously, it was kind of scary to fade a 4-0 Marcus Buchecha, 5-0 maybe he was. But we did it. It was absolute war. If you guys want to have fun, go back and watch that fight because these motherfuckers are swinging in the pocket. Buchecha's doing anything he can to try and sweep him and get on top. It didn't work too well for him. But, man, he showed a lot in that fight in his loss, to be honest. He showed he's got decent cardio for a heavyweight at least, right? The guy's tired early, but, like, he pushes through it. It shows that he's going to swing on the feet. He shows that he ain't a pussy. He's not just a jiu-jitsu guy. You know, he's going to come forward, throw heavy shots. Like, this is very important in MMA when you're coming from a sport like grappling because they're two completely different sports, right? So, yeah, I feel like Buchecha is probably going to get on top of him at some point. He could even sweep him, I believe. And if he does, he's probably going to run through him. I mean, the level difference on the mat is insane. We're talking about a legit black belt, not just a black belt, versus Martin Buday, you know? So, yeah, I don't know about his money line at minus 300. I mean, I cap him around that. You know, I capped him around that. I just think he's going to finish him in round 1, boys. JB, what do you think?
I kind of got the same read. Kind of feels like Span last week, except we don't have as much of a sample size. But he's like kind of juiced to win ITD, and all of his finishes come in round one. So it's like, yeah, I looked that direction also as well, and I kind of feel like that's how the fight goes. Money line standpoint, I was looking like originally to the Buday side, but then I just kind of added it up, and I feel like it's just going to be one of those situations where he's not like a power puncher, bro. He lost to like Lucas Brzezinski. In my opinion, that's like Lucas's only win in the UFC, except it's like not a win, but like it is like that's his only real win because it was like another guy that he beat. I didn't even know if he won. Then there's like the Chris Barnett's and all that stuff. Like his win streaks kind of poo. And Buchecha, like I've seen some people expose themselves this week. Obviously, not everybody's a jiu-jitsu like guy like me, right? But his name is Buchecha, guys, not Buchecha. I'm hearing Bukakis and Buchekas and all that stuff. It's like, come on, man. I don't think Martin Buday is the guy to stop this one. I think it's going to be an early takedown. Maybe he just pulls guard, gets a heel hook. I've seen him do that in one of his fights. Like I would be interested in what the heel hook number is because I think it's going to be a sub. Heard some sharp dudes on the KO this week. Like, he's got a ground and pound to finish. You know, it's heavyweight. Buday has been finished via the strikes, but I kind of just think it's a round one sub, honestly. He should just run through this guy.
Yeah. Zah?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. Like, I think the UFC knows what they're doing. Like, the ADCC legend in Abu Dhabi, like, obviously they want Buchecha. They just paid a bunch of money for him. Like, they want him to get a dub here, get a little highlight to build him up. So they're giving him Buday, who's like, this isn't like a striker versus grappler. Like Buday, you know, he wants to like fucking press you on the cage and grapple himself. Like he was a pro video game player and then started doing jujitsu to get in shape. And like, he's still not in shape, but hey, he's better than he was.
I will say he looks a lot better in the film I've been doing. Like since he lost to Gaziv, he's definitely like gotten a little more athletic, but I don't think it's going to matter.
I don't know, like the Sadi Baldia fight, like terrible. I bet him there, bro. He looked like a straight blob, dude. And his cage weight, they said he was like 285, and the other guy walked in at 220. So he had a 65-pound weight advantage, bro. And he could like, I was sweating, bro. Like that, I was like, all right. I took Buday when he was like plus money. And bro, he's getting walked down and almost knocked out by a dude, a 205er who took it on a day, like couple days notice, like fight week notice. 65-pound weight disadvantage, and he's like piecing him up. Yeah, that was a bad look. And like I guess that's his best win because like, bro, it's like Barnett, Parisian, lost to Bresky. I thought he lost to Arlovsky. He got outlanded.
Yo, that was a terrible look, bro.
Bro, I bet on Arlovsky. I was like, yo, I got this. Like, I had his money line, his decision. He outlanded him, had more control time. Like, bro, he's 45-year-old Arlovsky, bro. Like, that was bad.
I was live there for that. I was live in Vegas for that. And man, I bet on Arlovsky too, and via decision. And you know, decision was like 800 or something crazy like that, because the money line was like plus 250 or something. I remember decision was like massive, and I thought I had it as well. And then obviously we didn't get the decision. But
dude, I remember I had a hammer, like I think almost a full unit on that decision because I'm like, bro, Arlovsky doesn't even try to finish people anymore, bro. That was a crazy line, and I'm pissed I didn't get paid out, but yeah, like I was surprised. Like I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like I didn't know, I hadn't watched the only Buchecha fight I'd watched was the Rugrug fight, and I was like, I mean, that was pretty impressive. Like you said, he got tired, but he showed like you said, he's not a pussy. Like he's down to swing. He was getting takedowns late. Like he's got some solid cardio, and he showed he's got a chin on him.
I'd be worried if it was like Buday was some cardio fucking king, bro. But like you said, this dude's a fucking video gamer.
But he doesn't have like there's no danger in like Buday. Like maybe he could grind him out and get a greasy split, but like, dude, Buchecha actually has like good takedowns, like explosive shot early, at least, and he can just roll for fucking legs. So yeah, I think Buchecha gets the round one sub, but I don't have any bets on it. I think the finish only line, I saw it at like minus 350. Like that was a hammer. I just, it was on Bet Online. The limits were like only $250. So I was like, I'm gonna get greedy and wait, but it got hit. So I'll wait for other books, but I like that finish only line. I feel like it should be like minus like 600, bro.
See, minus 500 on BetMGM.
Yeah, it was 350 on Bet Online, bro. I swear that shit's like 85%.
Yeah, let's write some stuff down, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. We kind of took long on that one for a fight that's so fucking
But here.
simple, right? Like, well, I mean, end of the day, it's MMA, right? We saw that shit last week, a fucking crazy one.
Buchecha round one.
Yeah, I think I don't want to call him a lock, but I'm not living in a world where Martin Buday beats Marcus Buchecha. I'm just not living in it.
Yeah.
I like the KO kind of. Like the number was somewhat. I think it's a sub, but like if you give me plus 800 or some shit.
What else do you like?
Like I was saying, the KO. Like I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Like
I thought you were So you do want me to write it down?
Yeah. What is the number? Like I need a decent number. I want plus 800.
No,
I'm not seeing
like
that. Plus 700.
600.
Plus 700 on FanDuel. Write it down just in case.
All right. James.
No, I mean the round one's all good for me, mate. What's the under 1.5? Pick 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well write that down. If we need legs, we need legs because I'm just.
I like that.
Yeah,
like it's mostly Buchecha, like obviously, but I still like that.
Just like if Rugrug can't really even like have you in deep trouble, like what is Buday gonna do, bro?
Yeah, I would say I don't think it's like a money line smash or anything. It's his UFC debut, but Buday's still massive human. He's probably the better striker, Buday, or if not 50-50. Mm-hmm. And, he probably has the better cardio, if not, again, 50-50. So if he can't, and I don't think Buchecha has like these amazing takedowns, to be honest. So like I could see, some basically where he can't really get takedowns. He's flopping to his back and Buday just doesn't get reversed. Yeah. So, I can see a world for it. It's his UFC debut as well. It's a massive, massive talking point because patchy mix, like we've seen these, time and time again, right? Like I'd say Mario Batista's a lot more talented than Buday, but patchy mix a lot more talented than Buchecha as well, right? So yeah, I would just say just my view for the people watching. I wouldn't slam the money line here. I would probably go ITD because if it's a decision, I mean, he's not minus 300.
Yeah, he ain't covering that.
There's no way he's minus 300 in a decision.
I'm definitely not playing his money line. That's why I like the finish only, because if it goes to decision, like I don't want any part of it.
No, if it goes to decision, I want to be on Buday 100%.
Yeah, like damn near.
And when that's the case for a minus 300, sometimes it's a bit worrisome, because like they have to finish, and MMA, strange shit happens.
Yep.
Just a disclaimer for the guys watching. But yeah, Yahya versus Stephen Nguyen. This is a weird fight, boys. Zar, can you take this one away?
Yeah. I mean, I just like don't know what Yahya's good at. Like he hasn't shown like anything. Like even Trevor Peek was like grappling him, like outstriking him. Like it just seems like he doesn't want to be in there like at all. But he doesn't seem like scared. He just like seems like he doesn't care. Like it doesn't seem like he wants to be in there. Super hittable, easy to take down, not athletic, not dangerous. So like I know Stephen Nguyen's nothing crazy, but he's got good hands. He throws a lot of volume. I know he's hittable, but like so is Yahya. I think like Steve, I think he's coaching a lot. Like I don't know if he's not very active. I don't want to say like a ton, but like I know some people that know him, and he's just a coach. He's still fighting, but he's not like super locked in. Like I'm gonna become champ, be super active. Like he's fighting like once a year. I think he took like a 2-year break. So yeah, I'm picking Steve. Probably like I don't think I think he might decision him because he's not super dangerous, and Yahya kind of just like wants to avoid the fight. But yeah, I got nothing on this one. I think Steve wins though.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. JB, anything?
Shout out to the chat. Everybody's lit tonight. I love this right now. Muhammad Yahya is straight bun cheeks, bro. But I'm not betting Stephen Nguyen. Like, same way I'm not betting Buchecha money line. There's no way I'm betting Stephen Nguyen money line. So, like, yeah, if y'all got a way to play it, I'll be interested. I do think he could get a sub. I think he could finish him. But, like, I wouldn't be shocked if one of these first two underdogs, like, pulled out a fucking upset, bro. It would be crazy, right? Like, I don't see it outright, but yeah, it would bust a lot of parlays. So, yeah, I'm going to pass straight up on this fight, bro. I don't have any bets. I think I just need to see the numbers, but like I might like violence, but Yahya's not really dangerous, so like it would have to be win, and I think win inside the distance, maybe 2-3. He cooks him, so yeah.
Yeah, Yahya looks scared as fuck against Coway Fernandez from the kicks. You know, he just shit his pants when his legs started hurting. But like outside of that, he seems kind of tough. You know, like even in that fight, he still held in, even though he kind of got mentally scared. It seemed physically he tried to stay in, you know, but he couldn't because he couldn't walk, and then he was just getting teed off on after that. The Trevor Peak fight, you know, it was kind of like a dog fight in some way. I mean, he was kind of getting beat for most of it, but you know, Trevor was grappling a lot. He was walking Trevor down at some point, and Trevor's not good, you know, but he does kind of excel. Yeah, he excels in like some of the fight that they was fighting. They was fighting type of fight where Yahya, you know, on the feet was kind of staying in there and at times walking him down. He was also getting walking down himself, but then he was just getting grappled. So I don't know. I'm not ready to say this guy's like just complete going to quit at any point. So I would kind of look for the fight to go a little bit later, you know, because it's set at 1.5, you know, and I was kind of surprised at that. I thought probably 2.5. It seems a bit better, you know, maybe like a little bit juice to the under. But yeah, I kind of feel like Nguyen will eventually just catch him with too many boxing combinations in round 2 or round 3. But yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about the fight, honestly. I think it's a very, very weird fight. I wouldn't be surprised if Yahya got like a submission or something. I honestly wouldn't. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Like you say, you know, these two underdogs. I mean, Nguyen's like quite a low-level fighter. So I think if Yahya can get anyone, he can probably get Stephen Nguyen. And in the first round of that Trevor Peak fight, if you guys remember, he had a Darce choke locked in. And I'm not going to say it was necessarily tight, but Peak, it was his face, you know, his face showed it was tight.
It was pretty tight, bro.
Yeah, it was decently tight. He didn't really ever have his hands locked on his bicep too much. There's like the fingertips clinging onto the bicep, you know, so it wasn't really, really locked. But I felt like, you know, someone like Stephen Nguyen probably could get submitted from that, you know.
Yeah.
It just seems like a low-level fight where there's no way you can make someone minus 400, honestly.
400, bro. The UFC, like, they're dying to get Yahya a win, bro. Like, they need, like, they're trying their best, bro. But, and, like, I bet Peak, dude, I was sweating in that show because I'm like, Peak probably, you know, doesn't have the best, you know, jiu-jitsu. He might just freak out and tap. You know, I was sweating it. But, like, it wasn't, like, an insanely, like, you know, tight one.
Yeah, he's a dog, though, you know.
Yeah. Pretty sure the end sub is, like, plus 190, too, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let me make sure I'm backing that up.
You guys want to write anything down? I'm cool on this.
Yeah, it's like plus 220 to end sub. What's Yahya sub?
Yahya sub 16, 14.
Yeah, I like that 13, 14 to 1. I'm gonna look at that just because I think there will be grappling in this fight. So
I wish that this.
You think so? Yeah.
I wish the Steve.
I think I could see Steve shooting. Yeah, I mean he's gonna primarily be boxing, but yeah, he should probably just try and keep it on the feet and be the better boxer. But maybe Yahya clinches up. I could see just some low level shit, bro.
Yeah. I wish the Steve decision was better, but I don't know.
That's the other thing on the money line. I wouldn't, you know, mess with these judges. We've seen what they could do, bro. So.
Oh, fuck. These Abu Dhabi judges, bro.
All right. I'm good on this fight, bro.
You good, James?
Yeah. I would play the sub if Steven shot more, you know. But
yeah, I just think he's gonna be throwing hands.
Yeah, he shot against in his last fight, but
Aaron's. Yeah,
he was getting
fucked up. Yeah.
All right, we can move on. Ugly fight then, boys. I mean, this is kind of ugly as well. Aslan versus Elekana. I don't have a strong take on this one. Like, I don't really know what to say. JB?
I kind of wanted to look at the end sub or like the Elekana sub side. I lean him from like a money line standpoint. But that, like, I don't know if I want to put real, like, U.S. currency on this guy after his debut, bro. Like,
yeah, I feel you.
So, like, he's just like not fighting and waiting for the referee to stop it, and then Guskov just like wraps up a choke.
It was like awkward.
And then this guy's like out of here. And I'm not saying Aslan's like fucking a jiu-jitsu expert. I think he's like the exact opposite. But like He could grab his neck the same exact way. I think, like, obviously his main path is the KO, but I think Aslan, I've faded this guy via sub multiple times in the UFC. So, like, if I'm gonna go anywhere, I'm gonna go back to the well on the Elekana sub side, because he had this guy's back, Guskov, in the debut, and he kind of just fell off in gas. You could attribute it to the debut, or just like the step up in competition. His wins, his wins don't really, like, at least Aslan, has some UFC wins that are relevant, but Elekana, he's fighting, guys in the regional scene, so there's a lot of unknowns still about him. I do think, like, the likely outcome is Aslan just deads him in round 1, but if this fight gets later, man, and Elekana could, hold some decent cardio better than his debut, I think this starts to get super live, bro. Maybe to even go to the scorecards or Elekana late finish. And I think it could be a sub, because I just think that Aslan is straight. That's his method of victory that he loses by. 0-2 to the sub, bro.
Yeah, he's only lost by sub.
I got to look that way.
No, I agree. Like, I was like, Aslan's going to kill him. But then the KO is like minus 150. And I'm like, and like, I saw the sub. It's pretty crazy. I don't know what it's at now, but that's like the only thing I saw in this fight, and I would be like, no matter what happens, I wouldn't like hate putting some money.
It's a system bet for me. Like, I just bet Cutelaba sub.
Yeah,
he ain't no jiu-jitsu black belt, bro. Like,
it's just like, holy shit, DraftKings got 1,200.
But also, Cutelaba is also a lot more physical. He brings a wrestling pace. He's got way more UFC experience than a Billy Elekana. So.
Yeah,
like, I'm not outright predicting that, but like, what's the sub for Elekana?
Dude, DraftKings at 1,200, FanDuel 950.
Bet 950, yeah,
I don't hate
that.
But dude, I just like I was watching tape. I was like, dude, what is Elekana's best win? Like the 39-year-old Chuck Campbell. I thought he clearly lost that fight, bro. Like, like that's fucked. Like, that's his best win. And like, dude, the Guskov fight was not the first time he gassed and lost. Like, he gassed against that like middleweight. He was fighting at middleweight. Like, he is small for the weight at 205. And when he was at middleweight, I know it was a while ago, but he lost like to some like 8-4 dude, gassed out and got hurt in the 3rd round. Like, the gassing is not new for Elekana. And like, he just doesn't seem dangerous. And like, most of the fights, it just seems like he's sparring. Like, I don't really know what he like wants to do. Like, I think he's a purple belt now, but he was like, and he only wrestled and grappled against Guskov, but he's like a striker on the regional scene. He just doesn't seem like very athletic, very dangerous. And that Aslan's not very good, but like, at least he's coming to fucking kill you. Like, he's got some athleticism, some power, and I think he's the much bigger guy. So I got Aslan KO, but I don't have any bets other than I'm maybe looking at that Elekana sub, because it's the only number I think like might have some value.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I also agree, man. I think he lost against Chuck Campbell.
He won. Chuck won that, bro. Felt bad for him.
He did, bro. That's not a good look. So, yeah, I don't really know what this guy's going to go in there and do. I guess he just has to survive round 1, but he looks shaky on the feet, man. Anytime Chuck Campbell stepped forward, he kind of like tagged him.
Yeah.
And like you said, he looks like he's sparring a lot of the time. He's just like jab, low kick, like.
How are you going to win at the UFC level, bro? Like, what are you going to do? Against the back take, choke out, like.
Yeah, I guess it's just like this guy has the death gas, Ebo, and I mean, bro, like, I've seen him go late and get finishes late. I know he doesn't look good late, but it's not like someone like Turkalj, like, he's going to push you, even if he's taking punishment. Like, Ebo gassed out from hitting his head, I feel like.
Yeah. Like, and crazy take, I think Pleasure Man's way better than Elekana, like way better.
He is way better. He
absolutely knows. He's more proven,
Pleasure
at least,
Man,
bro. Like,
get him back in the UFC.
He is, bro. And that was some improvement in their rematch, to where like he wasn't rushing as much, I felt like, and he defended takedowns, and then he ended up finishing. It was a weird stoppage though, but like, it was pretty fucking good, bro. And like, I just don't see anything from Elekana. It's just like, it's kind of basically fading his gas tank, Aslan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It could happen. I'm definitely not going to play Aslan. What's his line?
270.
Yeah, I'm not. That's crazy line because I just don't know how he's going to look in 2-3. I can't be sure, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird MMA. Low level shit can happen. So I'll pass on the money line.
Aslan decision?
Pass on the money line for sure.
Aslan decision? What's
Yeah,
that?
I reckon they'll finish him, bro. Like,
yeah, just murder him.
But like Elekana doesn't really like push a pace to like gas anyone out, and his gas tank is hella suspect too. So it's like
that's what I mean.
It's such a low level fight. I can't lay chalk, but like I'm not really interested in Billy either.
Yeah, just don't force it. This is what it sounds like. Just don't force it.
Aslan decision 700. It's not
Elekana's not.
270.
Has Elekana
ever
been KO'd? Has he ever been KO'd?
I don't.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, but like he was like pretty much TKO last time. Like,
I know, but he didn't get KO'd.
No, and his chin, like he never got like cracked really. He just kind of just like I'm done. Yeah, anything on this one?
I'd probably be forcing it, so no, I don't want to force it.
I'm not trying to force
People saying that Ebo was on antibiotics before the Cutelaba fight.
Hey, that makes sense, bro. But dude, he still got subbed. He's pretty. Like, it doesn't change that his jiu-jitsu is no good.
Yeah, I don't even think it was like a gas thing. He just got like taken like right into mount. Like that's just tough.
Yeah, definitely not good to be on antibiotics. But like the Pleasure Man first fight was a similar look, just in round 2, and then the Pleasure Man second fight he gassed out as well. You know, I don't think the Cutelaba one was gas, but obviously it's not all about gas antibiotics. You just don't perform your best as well, right? Because you just feel it.
Weight cut is worse.
Yeah, lethargic, not as much power. Yeah, but I don't think he looked great against Pleasure Man the fight before, or obviously their first.
It was like 50-50 striking with Pleasure Man, dog. Like holy shit.
So yeah, it's just I would like to fade Aslan. I don't know if Elekana is the guy to do it with, though.
Nah, yeah, and like I think this is clear. Like the UFC, I feel like they kind of like Aslan, like big, dangerous guy, fan-friendly style, goes to the knockout, and coming off Contender Series, he's like big in Turkey, 400K on Instagram. They're in that like area of the world. It's like 400K on Instagram with a fan-friendly style versus Elekana, who has 4,000 or less than 4,000 on Instagram. Like, I think the UFC clearly wants Aslan. Like, they're trying to find him like a warm body to like get the knockout, but I don't know. Anything could happen.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. So we move on. If you want to, me personally, I don't have anything for that fight again.
Same.
All right, we got Ribas versus Ricci. Ribas versus Ricci. This is a strange one because, anytime I see these type of fights where it's fairly high-level girl fight, they're both similar fighters, I always kind of lean towards the dog just initially. But then when I watch tape, it's like Ribas is kind of inconsistent, in some performances. I mean, the Mackenzie Dern is an obvious one, right? Like in the first fight, she's just out kickboxing her, grappling her, like doing what she wants. And then the second fight, she gets submitted by an armbar. It's like two completely different fights, even against the same fighter. And there has been some performances where her chin just doesn't show up at all. Her chin's just like gone, from the first blow, like she getting dropped by Jandiroba and people like that. But then some performances, her chin looks all right. So she's a bit confusing to me. I feel like she's the better fighter overall. I think she has the better skill set, like in MMA. I think she's probably even a more consistent and reliable grappler, even if Ricci may go to it more. I feel like Ribas is a little bit stronger. I think Ribas is obviously a little bit bigger, and she's just been in there with high-level girls and shown, outside of the Dern fight recently, she's shown her jiu-jitsu to be at a high level than Tabitha Ricci, and I think that she is one level above Ricci, but at the same time, I can't really trust her in a fight. Like, what if Ricci just gets a takedown and then, does some damage on top? What if Ricci swings it overhand and Ribas's chin doesn't show up? Like these things can happen. I've seen them happen before, probably against better fighters. So yeah, I wouldn't lay a money line personally, but I don't mind if you do. Like, I don't think really Ricci is a good bet here, just because I think she's outskilled heavily. she's outskilled, but she's more consistent to do her game, honestly. You know, I know the Yan Xiaonan was a bad performance, but is what it is. But like, she's more consistent to go in there and stick to her game. Whereas Ribas, I don't know, man. I just get weird vibes from her, like I said, with her chin and sometimes with her grappling. And sometimes she's just gets top time for a little bit too long when she's better at jiu-jitsu than her opponent. Like, what are you doing staying on the ground, you know? I don't know. Like, what are you doing trying to grapple with Mackenzie Dern, you know? Like, when all you need to do, it's stupid, right? Like, all you need to do is stay away from her guard. Now, obviously, you already beat Mackenzie Dern, you know? So maybe in your head, you're like, yeah, I can grapple with her, but that's not the smartest path to victory. You know, it's definitely not. Like, she can easily out kickbox her on the feet. And then, you know, the Rose Namajunas fight, like, again, it's kind of a fight that was in her grasp to win. And then she's just getting grappled a little bit, you know, staying on the back, making mistakes in the grappling, getting a bit tired. That's another thing. I think Ribas gets a bit tired as well, you know. Like, in that 5-round fight against Rose Namajunas, she definitely was tired. You know, Macy Barber fight, I don't think she was tired. She probably just got cracked hard. I don't know, man. She gives me weird vibes, Ribas. Like, she doesn't take the best path to victory, even if it's there. You know, so that's my opinion on the fight. It's like a tough fight for me to call. It's a low level. It's a good level women's MMA split decision type fight. Like, it's the classic. It's the lazy breakdown for me. It's the classic split type fight. So, yeah, I don't mind the over. I saw the GTD was like minus 350 at one point. And I'm like, that shit should be probably minus 900, you know? But, yeah, probably like 9 out of 10 or some shit. But, yeah, what do you guys think of that one? I spoke on that way too long for me having no take.
No, you're good, bro. I think that, like, you want to talk about bad game planning on the Ribas side, man. Why the fuck did Tabitha Ricci not shoot any single takedown in the Yan Xiaonan fight? Like, what was that, bro? And then, like, I think Yan is a way better striker than Ribas, so I think it looked bad. Like, Ricci's striking isn't awful. Like, I actually think she is making improvements, and people want to shit on it, and because she didn't shoot the takedowns versus Yan, which is like the obvious path. But Yan is a motherfucker, bro. Like, her distance management and those side kicks and all that stuff, I think she's better at doing, you know, those things than Ribas. So if you're gonna try and stand and box with her, like, yeah, dude, she's gonna clown you. So weird performance, but like the Hill fight, I thought her boxing looked a little bit, you know, better, cleaner than it had in previous fights. So she is making improvements. Ribas kind of loopy, you know. She has striking, but it's all big actions, and like you said, she can get tired. She likes head and arm throws. Like, I could see her going for a head and arm throw and giving up her back here. Both girls are like judo girls, and yeah. Ultimately, though, man, this is a tough one, bro.
Yeah.
I think it goes to decision, bro. And I think it's probably close. So I kind of lean the dog. You know, I think Ribas is probably like physical, right? We've seen, you know, when has Ricci dealt with somebody that's like that big? But on the other end, too, like, I feel like Ribas is more liable to maybe play off her back a little bit more. So I see Ricci with some grappling upside, too, here. And, yeah. I slightly lean the dog, honestly, but it's not a strong take.
Yeah. Zah?
Yeah. I think Ribas is like this. Like, I think she's the better striker, like longer, you know, commits to her shots more. But I could see either girl getting top time. Like, it's just like a weird fight. I don't know why someone's, you know, I think she's like over minus 200 now. I don't really get that. So, you know, gun to my head, if I had to like choose some value, it'd be Ricci, just because I think it's going to be close decision. But yeah, I got nothing on this fight.
Yeah, I could see Ricci knocking her down, you know.
That's crazy, but I could too, bro. She was throwing big strikes against both Yan and Hill, and like you could see Hill's face. She was like she didn't like it, bro. Yeah. She didn't like it, bro.
I do have Ricci finish only written down plus 200. Like, I know it's like 85-90% it goes the distance, but I don't really see Ribas finishing her, and like Ricci could, you know, get lucky.
She's kind of got pillow fist, but
yeah. But Ribas, like, her chin, like, dude, that she was in that armbar for like it was like a minute or two. Like, that was just a weird fight against Dern. And I know it's Dern, but Ricci has a good armbar too. You know, could bonker armbar. Like, I feel like if someone's gonna finish, I feel like it's Ricci. So the finish only plus 200.
When has Ricci been finished? Like she's super durable. Like
She's
unless
durable.
she
like
is she gonna get
hero, but like bro.
No, exactly. And then like, is she gonna get finished on the ground? Like you think? Like that's
the only thing I can see is like an armbar, you know. Honestly, from Ribas. Like, I mean, because she's slick on the ground as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So those judo guys have good armbar, bro. Because a lot of times they got the arm, you know, so they can flick over to an armbar straight away. Judo has a grappling component. A lot of people don't know that. They have submissions as well. And there's different types of judo. They have a ground game called Nawaza, and they're slick with the armbars. And we've seen her get armbar before in the UFC against Paige Van Zandt, if you guys remember that. And she's rolled for them a couple of times. So I could imagine that one. But I mean, I'm not saying it's likely. I'm just saying, like, if you're talking about
cautionary.
I don't know. I would only say an armbar from Ribas, you know.
From either, honestly.
Yeah. They're both probably liable to get armbarred, but
women's MMA armbar. I mean,
Ricci was cracking Lupi Godinez. If you remember, she stumbled her and wobbled her on the feet. Lupi Godinez was stunned, bro. She was like legit wobbled, you know. And Ribas has a bad chin, bro. Like it's not.
That's why I'm laughing.
Actually bad.
Yo, Poliana Viana fight is so funny.
What's Ricci KO?
It's plus 1800. I already looked at it.
I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think if you go off their money lines, I think Ricci, a bigger percentage of her win at like equity is a finish. Even if it's 15%, I feel like Ribas is less than that. So finished only 200. I could see her, like, if she's cracking Lupi, she's live to crack her too. And, you know,
she cracks like kind of a lot of opponents, you know, like she cracks, but she ain't got power, obviously, but she cracked Lupi. She cracked Angela Hill. She cracked Jessica Panay. She cracked a couple of people, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't. You're not gonna compete with like Yan Zhaonan. So like people kind of like think like, oh, she's not. And can she not be making like improvements? It's such a stupid bet. But when I see a girl who's like 3-3 to the KO,
Callum Walsh, bro. Callum Walsh is
he's got her dialed, man. Yo, wait, what actually though? Like 18. That's like that's a big number, but
Marina Rodriguez. You know, she's been dropped before too. It's just
Jandarova.
If you had to say who's the
Jandarova fucking dropped her bad.
Shiniest MMA women's fighter, who would you say if I asked you?
Ribas.
Yeah.
Like it's like the clearly like a chick that's like damn like she has a bad chin.
I don't know if any other chin has a girl has a bad chin.
Like,
who has a bad chin?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say.
Gnarly Yang doesn't have a bad chin. She just gets tired.
No, she doesn't have a bad chin. She just casses. Who, like, actually, though?
I don't know who has a bad chin at women's MMA apart from Ribas. She's the only one I know. Chat, what are we saying? Is there any...
chat. What's the word?
It's a good question, right? That's why I brought it up. I'm like, yo, she's got to be it.
Yeah, I think literally the only one I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love this, bro. I love that we like.
That's a good ass question, though.
That's crazy to try and make a case for Ricci KO, though.
I was thinking about it before the pod, though, and I'm like, I'm like, man, like it's just stupid. But like, dude, she's 3-3 to the KO, bro. It was Macy Barber also, who could hit like a motherfucker. Like she's got a lot of KOs, but
Stoner Thoughts is fucking for real. You think outside the box?
Shit, Stoner Thoughts, isn't it? Fuck. But yeah,
had the number pulled up and everything.
Bro, honestly, let's pass. Anyway, for me, I don't want to write down anything. What about GTD though? I think it's 9 out of 10. Personally.
I think it's at least 85%. That's why it's crazy we're talking about a KO, but like, I think it's at least 85%. And
can you write down
it was in the 350s? That's cheap. Like earlier in the week, it was. That's lit.
Can you write down GTD for me?
Yeah, 460.
Yeah,
is this real, FanDuel?
Probably
fucking $200 limit, but hey.
Yeah, I wouldn't, I don't think you can nuke it.
Yeah.
Kiosk
Warrior. All right. Ricci, Ribas.
All right. Stop being impatient, Carter.
Hey.
Agent James Carter. I was watching Rush Hour the other day. It was funny, man. That's a classic movie, isn't it? It's so racist, bro. But like beautifully racist. You know,
Back in the day, that used to be fucking chill. It was hella funny.
it was so funny. Everyone was laughing. No one was angry at it. It's such a racist.
Don't get
joke.
pissed. It's
Did
so
you guys
funny.
see the SBs, bro, where Shane Gillis did his
Bro,
set?
I was
and then,
lit.
Nah.
But did you hear like the crowd? They're like all scared. They like laugh at any jokes. Like every person there.
John
is, like,
Jones was fucking laughing his
yeah,
ass off.
no. What's the other guy? The fat dude.
John's wild, bro. John's
He was
wild.
like, "Yo, shout out, 4-time All-Star, like WNBA All-Star," and it was just some random chick, and everyone was clapping. Oh, like everyone got exposed.
Did you see that, James?
Nah.
So he's like, bro, like, shout out to like 4-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks, and it just shows like a picture of like some black lady, and everyone's
crowd.
like, woo, yeah, and he's like, nah, that's just like my friend's wife. I knew all you wouldn't know.
Oh, that was bad.
That's funny, bro. I'll watch it.
Roasted him.
We got Davy Grant versus Damon Blackshear. We got the Bishopsgate banger. Davy Grant coming out of the UK, ready to put it all on the line. This guy swings with bad intentions. He comes with the body overhand combo, a beautiful combination. You ain't seeing that overhand because you worried about the liver shot. That's a beautiful classic boxing combination. But he doesn't throw it classically boxing. He throws it, in his own looping, weird, strange, unorthodox angle, which catches a lot of people. Shout out to Jonathan Martinez. Shout out to lots of people that he's caught. He's got a decent record. He's got wins over Chito Vera, Jonathan Martinez, Adrian Yanez, and Daniel Marcos, if you want to make an argument. The guy's 40, how old is he, 41?
I think he's 30, 39.
Yeah, we can confirm that one. Is he 40 yet? Felt like he turned 40, or maybe.
No, I think he's 39, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, he feels like he's been 39 for fucking 5 years.
His hairline is like 50. He looks like he's 50.
Okay, so December. That's quite a while. So yeah. The guy's coming up to 40 years of age this year, and obviously we're going to start to see some regression. We're going to start to see him probably getting knocked out a little bit more, probably getting finished specifically a little bit more. And Damon Blackshear is potentially the type of guy to get that done, right? Yeah. I think he's a lot faster on the feet with the body kicks, with the kicks. But I think Davy Grant can knock him out, bro. Like, I really do. Davy Grant KO is like plus 800 or something. That's kind of crazy.
Could I caution you on like one thing, bro? Because I think the ITD on some sites is like plus 750, and I know like Damon Blackshear never, or like plus 700. I know Damon never been subbed before, but like,
no, that's not a conversation, bro.
Right?
Yeah,
700, yeah, bro.
What's the KO?
Plus 800, I think, or like plus 750 even.
900, bro.
Oh, okay. That's on Bovada. Yeah, it makes sense. But look on
DK FanDuel, that's not bad.
And on Bet Online, it's only plus 650. They're like, nah.
Yeah,
they're smart. Yeah. So I think it's live. I feel like Blackshear probably ends up finishing Davy Grant here. I guess so. But I kind of really feel like Grant is going to swing and at least try his best to get the KO. I like the fight doesn't go here. I think Blackshear, if he's ever covering, he's only winning inside the distance. If this goes to a decision, I'd love to have a money line bet on Davy Grant because I don't think he's just going to get top time for 15 minutes. It's also not Damon Blackshear's game. If he gets you down, he's straight hunting for submissions and he's aggressive with every position. Like he got a Kimura when I bet him in a max bet against Cody Gibson. And then he got a rear naked choke when I bet doesn't go against Cody Stamen, and he also hurt him on the feet there. This guy is dangerous on the feet. Let's not just say that Davy Grant can't be hurt at the feet at 39 years of age against someone who's more athletic, who has stung people on the feet like Cody Stamen, who's kind of historically durable to the head anyway. And Damon Blackshear is coming into his prime at this point now. I know he got knocked out not too long ago, but he's coming into his prime. I feel like right now is his prime, not 4 years ago and not 4 years in the future. I think right now, this 2, 3, 4 year period is going to be Damon Blackshear's prime. So I feel like he can knock out Davy Grant on the feet, which a lot of people probably won't be saying. More likely it's like a club and sub though, or even just a straight sub. But Davy Grant's going to throw down and try and knock him out, bro. So I like the doesn't go here. Czar?
Yeah, I agree. Like the violence, I definitely would not want to sweat the over at like Pick'em. But I took some Blackshear in like when it was at like 250. I just feel like this is like a terrible matchup for Grant. Like at this stage of his career, like he's finally getting like a big, like Blackshear is huge. He's like 5'10", 72-inch reach, like pretty physical. Like he's finally getting like a big, like grappler, athletic, physical grappler. And Grant's been fighting like strikers or like older dudes, like, a Sun Sao who took him down 5 times and should have won that fight. He got a point taken. And since he got the point taken in the third, he's like, oh, I took a point away, so I'm not giving you your position back, which he was like controlling him. And then he got bonked. I would be pissed if I had money on a Sun Sao, so I was pissed. But like he was up 2 rounds. Like the point isn't really going to do anything for him, and he just loses his position and gets bonked. That was pretty fucked. But yeah, I don't think Grant is like the most physical. Like I don't think he's the easiest guy to grapple, but I mean, he can be taken down. He hasn't been subbed in a while, but I think most of his finish, I don't think he's ever been knocked out. So he's been subbed a lot, but that was back in the day. But this is just a bad matchup at this stage of his career. Like Blackshear, in his prime, like you're saying, 10 years younger, like he's actually going to try to take him down. And like you said, he's not like a top time 15 minutes. Like he's trying to choke you out and finish you. So I think Blackshear is probably going to finish him by sub. But yeah, like you said, like he could crack him, but like Damon can crack him, but I think Grant can also crack him. So I don't hate violence. And I think Grant's a better striker, but I just don't think he'll be able to keep it up, like standing consistently. Like if on Sun's house taking down 5 times and like, getting to your back, I feel like Blackshear's going to get there. And yeah, so I think Blackshear's like 75%. So I took some Blackshear in the 250 range, but I would not touch this price right now.
Yeah. JB?
Yeah, I got a motherfucking 30-1 and 100-1. So
wow.
Let's just talk about the 30-1 real quick, bro. Y'all gotta have BetMGM. Y'all gotta have BetMGM. They're probably gonna limit you, but we're gonna crack them real quick. So if y'all are listening to this, my guy Damon Blackshear via Kimura plus 3,000, and you get the Americana too.
Damn.
Okay, my second one, $10 will win you $1,000 profit on this bet. Damon Blackshear by Twister, bro. I've seen Davy Grant give up the back. I've seen Damon Blackshear put the hooks in, take the hook out, and then he goes for that Twister. Davy Grant, when is, like you said, this guy, like, he's been subbed a lot, but he hasn't been subbed as of, like, lately. But, like, who's he fought? Exactly, bro. Exactly. So, like, I love the sub low-key, but it's, like, only plus 200. Yeah, so why not take, like, a little wacky bet on some shit where it's, like, he's gotten him before. That's what I look for. So I think that's where the EV is at on this fight, and that's how I'm going to look to attack it. I know it's not market-wide, but little niche bet.
I don't hate it, bro.
Nah, I'm feeling it, bro.
He's going to Twister him, bro.
Yeah.
And then Bryce Mitchell, maybe.
I'll be calling for it, I'll be rooting for it.
Yeah, we'll all be rooting for it. I'll put $10 on it to win 1,000. Like,
I could see, like, I don't know, Blackshear. He didn't shoot as much as I wanted in his last fight, so I could see him pulling a stunt. But
he will though when Davy Grant's going wild, throwing heavy shots at him. I think.
Like Alatang was kind of tagging him, and he was just like trying to, matador him. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Davy Grant's a little bit more scary, bro. Like he moves in and out heavily with big like cinder blocks for hands, and he's swinging those at your head. It's a bit of a different style than Alatang. So
yeah, and Alatang's like harder to take down, I'd say. So
what's the ends KO? Don't hate that. I think even though I'm predicting Blackshear to get the sub, the market might be, because Blackshear he hit Stamen with that big knee. Davy Grant might be getting past it. So
I don't know if it's on here, but I'll look.
Yeah, we wrote doesn't go though, so we're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
what is the ends KO not on there? I would be interested in that.
I'm gonna look at it.
Not say I would bet. I'd just be interested in knowing the price, just to fade the. Because
If
bro,
it's a
Black's
decent.
pro on the feet, man. Like he will.
He's not like a terrible striker, but Grant is better.
Oh, definitely. But like Grant can be cracked, bro. Like
Ground and pound exists too.
yeah, exactly.
Bro, Grant, he's
Keto was
styled
fucking-
on.
Who was the guy? Oh, bro, I bet sub at like 14-1 on Black because his decision prop used to be like so juiced. So like,
plus
'cause he never-
300 knockout at either?
Oh, okay, that's all right. But dude, I remember he fought Luan Lacerda, and I bet the sub at like plus 1400, and he ground and pound KO'd him, and it was like plus 1600.
Yeah.
Dude, why was that guy like he wanted that leg and just fucking went out going for it?
Retard.
That was like really, really retarded.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right,
But
now
yeah.
it's a banger finally.
Yeah, this is a great fight. my Carlos Leal returning to the scene of the crime.
Why is he coming back?
He's returning to the crime scene. You know, the Abu Dhabi police, the commission, they wanted to have a speak with the victim of a crime that happened a couple of years ago in this very arena. So they summoned Carlos Leal. Rinat Fakhretdinov is still on the run for what he's done. And what is that guy's name? Mohammed Satan. I'll never forget his first name, but I did forget his last name. Mohammed, you fucked me, bruv. I'm calling you out. Me and you, 2 minutes on a grappling mat. Word to my bro Fats. But yeah, I want to grapple that Mohammed dude, bruv. It's just all love, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to throw punches. I just want to grapple you, you know? Because you fucked me up, man. Like, that was my biggest money line bet of last year. Biggest money line bet. Muhammad Ali, it's even worse, bro. He's stealing the name. You know what I'm saying? It's even worse, bro. It's even worse. I'm gonna hold off in it because he might be connected in that part of the world. Like, could be a bit dangerous out there. So it's respect, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, basically, boys, Carlos Leal is gonna return to the crime scene, and now he's gonna be the murderer. You know, I think he's gonna murder Muslim Salikhov on the feet because Salikhov is getting old. I remember this guy had never been knocked out. And then so we bet on Leach to knock him out. And then he got knocked out. And then he got knocked out again by Brown. And I think we bet on that as well. So it's like, you know, as they start to get knocked out in their old age, it kind of just comes like Chuck Liddell style where they keep getting knocked out now, where they was durable forever. So yeah, I mean, look for Max Holloway to get knocked out again as well by Ilya if they make that fight, or even someone else in the lightweight division. I know Max is an anomaly, but it's kind of like once you start getting knocked out and you've never been knocked out, that's when shit goes downhill. And I think Carlos Leal is basically on too many steroids to like not knock him out. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like he's taking too much.
He fights like he's on roids too.
Fights like he's angry, you know, like that side effect where you get the roid rage. He legit fights with roid rage. You know, in the Alex Morono fight, he fought way more aggressive, even though he fights aggressive. Bro. But he fought more aggressive in the Morono fight. And that was coming off the robbery. I feel like, did you see his Instagram post after the robbery? He's like, they've robbed me. I've never letting this happen again, right? And then I bet him via KO again, like in the Morono fight. He legit walked forward like he didn't want to go to the judges. I don't listen to what these guys say, but I didn't even listen to what he said there. But after the fight, I was like, oh shit, he might have been telling the truth. Because he headhunted him like he wanted to kill him because he don't want to go to the judges' scorecards. And now he's returning to the same place. Yeah. He's going to, like, trust me, like, this is the intangible that I don't even listen to these guys when they say this, but I really think he's going to walk forward and do everything to get the knockout. So that's how I see the fight going.
That's how he should. Like, that's the game plan, too. Like, you don't want to give Salikhov space and shit.
Exactly. How do you think the fight's going to go? I'm just going to go piss push.
Bro, I think the same as you. Like, Leal has like the perfect style. Like Muslim, it's a tough one for him, bro. Like he wants like a low output striking fight where he gets space. You know, he can get his kick game going. And Leal's like just straight up not gonna do that. Like he's gonna pressure forward and get in your face. And like Leal, like he knows he has power. He's not the most technical striker. He knows he has power though. He throws a ton of volume, throws a ton of power. And he knows he has a good chin. So he's like, I'm down to take your shots. And I don't think you can take mine. And I don't think Salikhov's surviving that. And I don't think, like, Salikhov's never been, like, you know, done well against pressure. And, like, this is, like, the worst guy to fight for him. It's just, insane pressure, crazy durability. Like, I guess Salikhov's path to victory, like, is to catch him with something. But I've never really even seen Leal, like, hurt. Like, Rinat hits hard, hit him with some big shots, never really phased him. I mean, Ray Cooper hits like a truck and, like, couldn't really hurt him. And, yeah, he's 10 years younger, way more durable, way better cardio. This is like a horrible matchup for Salikhov. I think he's not going to give him any space, and Salikhov's going to fold. I like the unders. I like Leal inside the distance. I caught some of the under at like plus 140, the under 1.5, even though I think it could be like a round 2 finish. But if I think Leal like finish is like, a very likely outcome, like minus 200 at least, and the under 1.5 plus 140, like I have to take that. So I'm on the under. I'm on Leal ITD. I think he's going to run him over.
Yeah, JB, you got anything different on this one?
Nah, I'm not going to go against you guys on this one personally. I like Leal's striking, man. I thought he was very high IQ in the last fight. He didn't blow his like a lot of fighters there. Morono's super tough, right? They could get hyped up and, worry about the finish, but he was just super patient. He smelled the blood in the water, but he didn't panic. He didn't freak out. He's smart. Whatever openings Morono gave, he would just take that. And I think a fighter like that could be very dangerous, bro. I actually think, this guy can make a run in the division. He got robbed of that first win, bro. And maybe James is onto something. Could set a fire in this guy. I think he's going to finish this dude pretty badly. Salikhov, a few years ago, I thought he was a legitimate fighter, and he was, bro. Those spin kicks, how many times could you pull those off? And he pulled them off.
He did another one.
It's crazy, bro.
That was a clean one, bro.
Low-key legend, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Muslim Salikhov, but he's going to go down bad this weekend. And, I think the old man is probably going to get finished.
Oh, yeah.
By the juiced up fucking Brazilian guy on the other side, guys. Don't overthink this one.
Yeah, his path to victory is a spinning kick, Carlos Leal's going to walk him down like a madman, and maybe he will, it's one thing to get spinning kicked, but it's another thing to get spinning kicked and you're walking onto it. That's way worse, right?
Yeah. So
that is his path to victory. Carlos Leal's not going to give him the chance to spin that often because it's going to be pressuring. But Muslim's good enough to he can time at least one part of your pressure, the initial pressure. I'm sure he's going to land the spinning kick here, and we're all going to be like, oh! Leal will just walk through it and then knock him out. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be like the first punch of the fight. Like, I reckon Salikhov will land one spin,
Yeah.
I just don't think he's going to be knocked out. Bro, Carlos Leal's so durable, man.
Eventually, that style is going to, not work for him, though, bro, because, he is very hittable also in that sense, and he uses his durability to his edge. And it's like, he's going to eventually run into somebody.
He knows he has it, but he can't do that forever, bro. Like, it's like Max. Like, Max changed his style. Yeah. But I don't know if Leal's got that in the bag.
Bro, last week, I can't believe like the breakdowns that I heard on that week of the fight. Like, no one was acknowledging that Max changed his style so much after that Dustin Poirier fight. Like, he was a completely different human. Because I remember I did the breakdown on Parlay Madness, and then a few comments, I disagree that Max is a different fighter. I'm like, what are you watching? He's the complete opposite. What are you on about? He fights so differently than he used to. How can you watch tape and I just don't understand it?
The kicks,
people don't watch tape, bro.
Yeah, they watch the fights though, right? Maybe they just forget the fights, because you do forget. Right? I always forget fights. Do you guys ever think something happened and then you watch tape and you're like, oh my god, it didn't even happen?
That's why I rewatch shit, bro.
Yeah, you have to. You think shit played out completely differently. Even the Carlos Leal fight, in my head, the Rinat fight, in my head, Carlos Leal dominated him. But then when I rewatched it, I'm like, Carlos Leal is getting hit with haymakers, massive bombs,
and Rinat cracks hard.
Yeah, Rinat cracks hard, bro.
He fucking ate them.
Especially round one. And then they was just swinging wild, legit KO blows. So
that was a banger of a fight, bro.
Banger of a fight, but he's got elite durability on the feet, at least to the head, maybe Salikhov can spin him to the liver or some shit. But outside of that, I don't really see a KO because
I mean, yeah,
I've seen him take crazy shots to the head.
He's eating nukes off fucking Ray Cooper and Renat in round 1. Like, it has to be a kick, bro. Like, I don't think you're putting this guy down with a punch, like straight up to the head.
Nah, has to be a baseball bat. I mean, who in the welterweight division can even knock him out? Like, I don't think like Jack Della, the champ, probably obviously can do it, but like
attritional.
Like, yeah, it would be like an attritional one. I reckon
Kick him in the head, bro.
Yeah, it has to be fucking kick, dude. Like
Ian Gary head kick or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Flying.
Bro, and I feel like Salikhov's whole win equity is like an early KO. Like, I don't think he's getting a late KO. That's why I love that under 1.5 at like. It's still plus money, but I got it like plus 140. Like, most of Salikhov's win is like KO in under 7.5 minutes. Leal's gonna be pressing off the rip. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, bro. What else we got?
Could I shout out the chat real quick?
Yeah,
We were
please.
asking about the exact sub. So yeah, you get it on BetMGM, and then there's another site. It's like a low key, like random site. It's Wager Attack. I never used it before, but somebody, I think it was Hey Jive who told me about it. So yeah, maybe that would be another one that you could use if you can't get the BetMGM. Yeah. A lot of hitters in the chat. I got Uncle Wheezy. Shout out to him. Hey, appreciate y'all.
I was watching or listening to Cody and Paul's new pod. They're not on Dogger Pass anymore, but they're on a new one. I was listening to it while I was working out. And Paul had a crazy stat. He's like, Leal landed more strikes in that like 3-4 minute fight versus Morono than any fight in Salikhov's UFC career.
Wow.
He like, like I think he landed like almost 80 strikes, and I don't think Salikhov's ever got over 80. Like, he wants a low output, striking fight at range, and Leal is not gonna give him that.
That's jokes, bro. Paul coming through with the crazy.
Yeah, Paul had some crazy stats. I was like, yo, that was lit.
Yeah, man, and that fight only lasted 4 minutes, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I posted a video on my Twitter. Like, it was like a video game. He was just fucking marching him down. That was lit.
Yeah, I bet, bro, it was a great line. Like, I bet the under at like Pick'em or something ridiculous, bro. I can't remember what it was. It'll be on my Bet MMA, but like,
yeah,
there was like some type of Leal finish or maybe under overall, Leal KO at Pick'em or something. And I was like, bro, that looked like minus 500.
Bro, yeah. Some guy replied to it. He's like, this is one of the rare times where laying chalk on a specific finish prop was like insanely valuable. And you were on it.
It happens all the time. I think this is another one, boys, by the way. You can get ITD for minus 150, and I think it's good.
Yeah. I missed the 150, but I think it's still good at 175, bro.
Yeah. I reckon he finishes him around 8 out of 10, or maybe, around 8 out of 10. And I think Salikhov wins like maybe less than 1 in 10, like maybe like 7 in 100 or some shit. And then I think, I don't know, like roughly, honestly, it might sound crazy, but
no, wait, you said Muslim K, or what'd you say was 7 out of 10 or 7%?
Like Muslim win. Like, I don't even think he wins 1 in 10. I think he might win 1 in 15 or some shit.
It's just hard. Like, he's not winning a decision, and you have to knock out fucking Carlos Leal.
Yeah,
it's brutal. That's a brutal ask. Brutal ask at 40 years old.
Yeah.
He's shocked if he even shows up.
Do Leal, so you write that all down. That's all.
If he pulls out,
we broke down that.
I want to see Leal, bro.
70 minutes. He's just gonna pull out.
I'd be so hot, bro.
Smart.
I mean, it's sharp for your, to save you some years off your life. But like, I'm trying to see some
good fight. It's a good fight.
This is a fucking great fight, man. Bryce Mitchell versus Saeed Nurmagomedov. Yeah, very good fight. JB, take this one away, bro.
Yeah, dude, I think this is a fucking absolute banger. Like, you could say on one end, like, Bryce doesn't have the best wins. The Ige was a good one, but he got cracked early there. I think he could get cracked early here also. Saeed, while he's, kind of gimmicky per se, his gimmick is legit. Like, I've seen this guy live. He's fast. He throws big spin kicks early.
I watched him against Cody Stamen, so that was the fight that he finished early. And I saw somebody in the chat asking about the ninja choke. He does do the ninja choke very well. Like, he wraps it up very quick if you're not careful with the neck. It's a big difference between a guillotine and the ninja choke. And my man Liam talks about this a lot. And I think he's very sharp on this specifically. With a guillotine, people can fight the hands, obviously. We know that. But, mainly his point is, right, people can go to their backs to, loosen the grip, start to fight the hands. It's hard to, keep the configuration of your grips while people are doing that. And sometimes you can't get the tap unless you're really good, like a Sean Brady or, some of these guys that are nasty with the mounted guillotine at like adjusting. With a ninja choke, right, once you cinch that up and you get locked here, now they're going to roll, right? And the whole point is, like, you got to reinforce the grip, right? Same thing as like the one-arm rear naked choke. We've seen people finish that before. They put the chin over the hand. It's going to act as like a fucking lever, right?
Randy Brown.
So just wrapping up the ninja choke, you've seen Cody Durden do it, puts the chin over the hand. Matt Schnell tries to roll. He can't go anywhere. So Bryce has to be really careful about where he puts his head in this matchup. That being said, I do think he get bunked on the feet early. His cardio is way better at 145, though. His chin is fine for the most part. He gets, hit bad at 145. Is Saeed going to have that same power? Like, there's a lot of questions behind the weight, right? Specifically, like, is his cardio going to hold? He has to cut more weight now. But he seems prepared. He's been in Abu Dhabi for quite a bit. Man, the guy looks shredded. Very good top grappler also, man. Like, with all that I said about Saeed, I do think his win equity is like early sub or early KO. He hasn't got a lot of KOs, but that, like, you get spin kicked. Bryce Mitchell, a tough motherfucker, but he's not like the best striker in the world. I'll say he can compete. He bonked Barboza, start out grappling him there. But man, his jiu-jitsu is solid. I do think he has a wrestling upside here. And yeah, like at the end of the day, I just think, Bryce Mitchell gonna go out there. He's gonna be physical, more physical than Jonathan Martinez and Vinicius Oliveira, who are not as good grapplers. Like, I just see the wrestling path being there for Bryce, bro. This guy is getting taken down by like Saeed Yaqub, who's good, bro, but like he kind of gassed himself out there. Bryce Mitchell come in here with the cardio that he had at 145. He ain't gonna gas out, homie. He ain't gonna gas out. And earlier in the week, he was a little bit of a better line, but like here at the end of the day, this is how I'm feeling, man. I think Bryce Mania, he's gonna come in here and he's gonna run wild on you.
Oh, shit.
He's gonna run wild on you. Bryce is the real American. He's gonna come in here like Hulk Hogan, and he's gonna run through Saeed Nurmagomedov. Bryce Mitchell with a bounce back win this weekend in Abu Dhabi. Saeed Nurmagomedov is toast. And now I got to go put on another shirt because, yeah, maybe I should just leave like this for the whole podcast.
Yeah, leave it, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Bro, I can't follow that one, man. I'm just going to say whatever JB said, I'm just going to agree with him. I think Bryce is going to come out here and grapple Saeed. And Saeed's ninja choke or bust, man. But like you said, the ninja choke and the guillotine are two completely different submissions. I mean, I don't really understand why.
Well, because the guillotine's like, it's just the grip, right? It's a modified, and that's the problem because everyone's asking about the ninja choke in the chat. I don't even know how I'm being serious after this. But basically, dude, he's getting ninja chokes and they're calling him guillotine. So, like, remember with these sub bets, like, it's all up to what the announcer says.
Bro, if there's a ninja choke, I saw someone in the chat, like,
putting out odds for a ninja choke, but like, doesn't he have like 3 ninja chokes? Like, that's like his name.
Yeah,
like,
but they call him guillotine. So it's like
they do on the mic.
Call them guillotine.
Yeah, and it's all up to what the announcer says. So yeah, it's like
that's
that.
Fucked. All right, I would never bet on it then. If he got a ninja choke and they called it a gilly and my bet lost, like
that's why I don't bet on it. I bet on a twister.
They already did. They've done that to him more than once, I think. Pretty sure on his official record it says guillotine, but it's a ninja choke.
Fucked.
It's a completely different choke, bro.
Yeah, like it's not.
It's completely different choke. It's wrapped up here. It's game over. That's not.
Yeah,
you're
putting your fucking He just literally broke it down. Like, it's not like it's similar, but like it's clearly just something else.
He's so fast at them. One of the reasons is because he has like skinny arms. He has like pretty long arms, decently long, and they're skinny.
Ferguson.
And so, yeah, exactly. So it's very easy to get these type of front headlocks, especially when you wrap up with the bicep, because you can feed your arm all the way through. If it's a guillotine, okay, you might not necessarily need to have those skinny arms, right? Because you can just gable grip, whatever. Many grips, right?
Yeah.
Reverse handshake. Well, word to my man Chris, right? But yeah, for the ninja choke, obviously you got to feed the whole arm through. So a lot of the times, same with a DAS. So a lot of the times, these people like Kevin Holland, Said Nurmagomedov, with those long, lanky arms, that's their best submission. And Said does it so well, bro. He catches his bicep almost immediately. It's like most people can only get the guillotine from the amount of time it takes him to reach through the entire arm to hit the bicep. You know what I mean? Like, you think he's locked on the guillotine. Now, that was too quick to be a ninja. But now it's a ninja choke, and you're like, fuck, it's way harder to get out of, way harder to respond to, like you were saying. So, yeah, man, I think it was, I don't know if it was JB, but someone else, I think maybe it might have been my other mate who sent me a great defense for the guillotine. I thought it was you, JB. It was Daniel Cormier teaching it. That you didn't say that, right?
Might have been, bro. Honestly, I think
yeah.
Bryce might get put in one here, but you could always gator roll if you're quick with it. But he's so he snatches him up and he's good at it. But like if Bryce gets on top, bro, oh my god, from I don't want to like say the guy's like the next Khabib, bro, but he's really good on top. Like
you said Twister earlier.
Yeah.
Am I about to say Twister now?
Let's parlay him. Let's parlay him.
What's the twist odds? What's the twist odds on this gassed Said, bro? He's
round 3, bro. Round 3 is Bryce, bro.
Round 3 Twister.
That's if the cardio holds up, but I expect it to.
Parlay round 3 with Twister, same game parlay.
Same game. We're going to the bank, homie.
On that one. We're going straight to the bank.
That's a play I like, bro. I wish we could do that.
Even on his Tapology, bro, he has 3 ninja chokes, and they're all called guillotines.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so fucked.
Well, it's basically they don't know. Like, yeah, it's a good.
It's like Tapology, bro. Like, come on now.
Yeah. So just be careful, y'all, if he gets the ninja choke and you're like, oh my god, I didn't cash.
Did you go on this one, Zar?
No, my bad. You guys.
Like, I'm on my shirt.
I'm on.
The guy in
I'm going with the shirt rip. I'm going.
The guy in the comments said, "The Zah got the bro."
Yeah, I think Bryce like can be. I don't think Said's like not physical, but Bryce is he's physical at 145, like taking down good dudes. I don't think he has a bad chin. He's just like hittable, but I don't think Bryce is a terrible striker. Like, he's not dangerous, but he throws volume. Like, he's not a horrible striker, and I feel like he's got all the grappling upside. I mean, Said could choke him out for sure, but he's not going to take him down and grind him out. I think he's more physical, better cardio, and I think he's going to get a lot of top time and probably win a decision. But I don't hate the sub angle.
Did y'all see that video where he's showing like Eddie Bravo the Twister and like the entry and shit, bro?
Yes.
Yeah. 200-1 is crazy.
Slick.
Who'd he get it versus? Matt Sales? He's gone for it though a bunch. Like, because what he'll do is he'll go to the like 3/4 mount and he'll go for that arm triangle, and then if you turn, he's going right to the back. But like, he doesn't ever get out of position. He's very smart about how he does it, and like, he's gonna go with what you. Whereas like Said Ukub was just like, yeah. Like, Bryce is just gonna fucking
angry, bro.
Exactly, Bryce is gonna systematically like attack, and I don't know if this guy's ever fought somebody like that.
No one's made Ilya look dumber on the feet than Bryce Mitchell. Call me a liar.
Yeah, he landed a head kick, landed a couple strikes.
Jai Herbert and Bryce Mitchell got the title for making Ilya look the dumbest on the feet.
Took him down, bro. Got top time.
Ilya done a 360. Ilya swung so hard with his right hook. Bryce ducked under it like prime Sugar Ray Leonard.
I remember that shit.
And Ilya done a 360. And then Bryce was like, haha, and then just jabbed him in the face, bro. 1-2 head kick. Fuck off, Ilya. And then obviously, he got submitted. You know how Bryce gets down, like these physical guys. Gene Silver and Ilya Taporia.
He's fighting.
Identical, bro. Gene, if you're not a retard and you know that identical doesn't mean identical in this context, but what I mean is like those fights were identical. It was kind of insane. I think he's going to cook him, Obviously, Said has a chance to spinning back kick him to the head or body, like he did to Cody Stamen, and jump on a guillotine like he did to Mark Striegel. Shout out to Mark Striegel. But I think outside of that, he's probably going to get taken down and cooked, man. So yeah, he's got some, chance to win inside the distance, but he'd probably be fucked up outside of that, man.
Yeah.
Bryce TKO round 2 and round 3 are crazy lines as well. They're like,
He don't really go for the ground and pound, no.
Edson Barbosa fight.
I mean, he dropped him early. You think he was going for ground and pound there?
He was going for ground and pound.
Okay, I gotta go back and watch. Like he was.
Yeah, I mean, 5,000, 4,500.
Yeah, I looked at it, but then I went back and watched some fights, and I was never like. It might have been the Barbosa fight because he also dropped him on the feet in that one, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that's interesting. Like, and Saeed, just kind of a gasser.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Bryce has been fighting killers, bro. Like this is a step down if I've ever seen one. Like, I'm not saying Saeed's bad, but like he's fighting.
No, he's definitely not.
Killers at 145. Now he's fighting a guy who gets grappled at 135. So I feel like if everything's smooth, the weight cut, which it seems like it is, I feel like he's gonna cook him.
Yeah,
Bryce. I know the lines moved a lot.
Yeah, that's one thing to note. But there could still be slight value on
plus
it.
Money. That was fucking insane. He was like plus 140 at some point. I didn't catch any of that, but crazy.
Yeah, there's unknowns, Bryce moving down to 135. There is definitely unknowns, but
yeah,
bro, I could see it.
He took a brutal loss too to Josh Emmett, like fucking career fucking changing, life changing loss, and then came back versus Kron Gracie, like kind of was a stinker of a fight. He won, and then it's like,
and then Gene Silva, like,
yeah, absolutely.
He hates him, bro. That's fucking brutal.
I thought he's a gasser, bro.
Yeah, he definitely is.
I can't see him doing well in 2-3 if Bryce is getting on top, bro.
I agree.
I mean,
he might just go ground and pound out of quit.
Yeah,
exhaustion.
I mean, even the like Douglas Silva De Andrade fight, like that was kind of like that was not a good look. That was kind of close.
I didn't watch that one for this fight. What happened?
He was just like low output. Like he kind of got dropped by a spinning back fist. Like he got picked up and slammed, but he didn't get controlled. But he should be blowing that guy out of the water at this point.
Yeah. He's a gasser, bro. Like it's not good to come against someone who's a relentless grappler as a gasser, because
it's just a terrible matchup.
What's just Bryce round 3? Or Bryce ITD, or like, what are those numbers?
He almost had Edson, bro. He almost had Edson, man. Like, Edson was just, Edson got fucking heart, bro, because if you remember his fight against Kevin Lee, bro, like, the guy survived in round 3, round 4. He's still fighting, even though getting battered. Khabib, it took Khabib like 3 rounds after.
Who dominated Edson Barbosa like Bryce Mitchell did? Besides, like, who grappled him like that? Khabib, that's it.
Yeah, Khabib, but like, I feel like Bryce did it better because he dropped him on the feet and he controlled him for longer.
Yeah, like Edson didn't do anything.
No.
Like that was, and that's fucking Khabib at 155 and Kevin Lee at 155, and now he's fighting Saeed. Like if everything goes smooth, I think he should be good.
Yeah.
Other than early club and sub, some ninja shit.
He's gonna be tough in round 1, Saeed, bro. I reckon he lands some big shots on the feet because he's very versatile and dynamic on the feet. Even though it's not good for 15 minutes, it's kind of like Kyler Phillips, his striking isn't good for 15 minutes because it's just too much unorthodox movement and big movements that get them tired. And it's like there's no functionality behind it, There's not a solid 1-2. He's not investing into the body consistently. He's not trying to chop down the legs. He's not really making elite reads over 15. But they could get a lot of finishes in round 1 given the right matchups. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens here.
No,
that's why I kind of like. I don't know what the doesn't go is, but I kind of
that's
like
crazy. I said Bryce round 3, and like I looked at the chat, and Liam also said Bryce round 3.
100.
I think it's a sign, bro.
Like that's his path, early finish. Like I wouldn't be surprised at all if that happened. Like that's his path. But
I don't mind that.
And Kyler, bro, like his style, like he's like hustling, bro. It's like so much energy to like not really get much out of it. Like especially in the Vinicius fight because he was so scared of the power. dude, he was like working so hard to just get like nothing really.
Yeah.
Just so much movement, so much like dynamic strikes.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
You want
Yeah, I'm just fried.
Mitchell ITD 300, 325, round 3. We got
Bro, is that your whisper bet lucrative? The round 3 KO?
Yeah. Yeah.
do we want that? I mean, I don't hate that round 3. Shout out Liam.
Yeah, I talked with him earlier about this fight. Pretty in
What do you
depth,
guys
bro.
think?
Shout out my guy Liam.
Yeah, I feel like you have to kind of play Bryce late props. I think they'll look like good value if they lose, you know?
Yeah, like you're not gonna be like, wow, why did I take that?
No, I like those bets.
If you play
I
the
like
round 3, you play the round 2. Just saying.
That's how I felt with Judice last week. I was like, I cashed on around 3 there, and I was like, I have to play him because even if they lose, they're going to look good. So I like those bets,
Dude, yeah, and I felt I was like, damn, I'm gonna get edged. Like it's not gonna cash, and then bang, that knee to the body.
Edge is wild, bro. Edge is nasty work.
Round 2.
bro.
1200. Wow. Yeah. All right. Anything else on this one?
Right doesn't go, please.
I like that. Bryce could just wrestle him, but this guy
Yeah,
can't this, bro.
But I think it's going to look good, So I like those bets. But they don't always hit, I bet the same bet, Oliveira versus Kyler Phillips. I just thought like it was going to look good if it didn't hit. And, I felt like it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I bet the same thing Kopylov fight. I'm not saying their value, but I felt like they both look pretty good. I don't know about value.
Costa looked fucking insane, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like the body shot, like, bro, Kopylov is a dog. He was eating fucking nukes.
Oh, he got wobbled like a few times, isn't it? I thought
the body shots, like how did he not go down from those, dude? Kicks and big ass combos, like
he was landing some big shots on Costa in round 3 as well.
Yeah, no, I was sweating. I had Costa, and I was like, no way you're gonna choke this, bro. Like this guy's supposed to have bad cardio.
Yeah, solid.
All right,
that was good money, easy money. Good pack last week.
Same price as he was versus Rob and Strickland to Kopylov.
Yeah, this one is it's an interesting fight, boys. I don't have too much to talk about. I mean, it's a lot of unknowns here for me. Krylov had a long, storied career. He's had 40 fights in his MMA career. Light heavyweight, kind of just rushes into range. Very, very aggressive. It's come back to bite him before in the UFC. But it's also done him very well in the UFC. He's got some decent wins, decent scalps. He's had a good fight with the current champion, 29-28 loss to Magomedov, where he won round 1 clean and had to get grappled there. So, he's a good fighter, Krylov. And he's coming up against someone who is on a bit of a run, but he's been fighting bums for the most part, or guys that gas out in round 2 and who could just be finished. He's had that a couple of times now. So it's maybe inflating his run a little bit. I think that he's got a chance to knock out Krylov early. Outside of that, seems like Krylov's game is going to start to get going and potentially grapple him, Guskov here. I could see Krylov grappling him for 2 or 3 rounds, and I think the doesn't go is like minus 700, and I completely disagree with that because I think Krylov has a grappling path. And anytime you have a grappling path, it could eat up clock. And then on top of that, Krylov's kind of aggressive on the ground. But at the same time, I think Guskov is not that bad on the ground. I think he could be a survivor. He got choked out by Volkan Ozdemir, but that was his UFC debut. He improved against someone who has a better ground game against Ryan Spann. I think he showed that there. Like Ryan Spann submitting you in round 1 is more likely than Volkan submitting you. He was gassed out in that fight as well. It was short notice, and it was his UFC debut. So, yeah, exactly. I don't think it was like a submission because he got a bad ground game, honestly. So, yeah, I don't mind the GTD here. That's like a hot take.
I played it.
Krylov decision or like just GTD?
Depends on the price, I guess. I mean, I would always have to take both just because Krylov is a bit inconsistent, I think. But
Guskov decision would be insane, bro. That probably would be like plus 3,000.
Bovada had plus 450 on it earlier today. I took that. Crazy,
Nice.
right? I don't get how you get past. It's hard to get past like minus 300, 350. I cannot get past minus 400 on the doesn't go. So that's pretty, like, it's still there, plus 450. I think that's solid. I took some of that.
yeah.
Because I was talking to you earlier, James. You made a good point. Like, it's a very good chance they finish in the first 7.5 minutes. But if it gets past that,
yep,
like you said, it's gonna slow down a lot. It's gonna be sweaty.
And
Yeah, these
just
guys
what if Krylov just grapples him for all 3 rounds?
Yeah, after he he's done that before, by the way, and then after he just got knocked out brutally in his last fight, he might.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Krylov. When he was in like the high 170s, I took some of Krylov. I think he's minus 200. Like, clearly the best fighter Guskov's ever fought. Clearly the best grappler he's ever fought. I just need him to, not pull what he did against Reyes. I know Reyes is way harder to take down, but he literally was sprinting into range. Like, that was ridiculous. Hopefully he doesn't do that here. But I feel like, dude, he sees everyone is like taking down Guskov, taking his back. Like, even before the knockdown, or when Guskov got hurt by Volkan, like Volkan took him down and like almost took his back, like before he even rocked him. Ryan Spann, obviously he's a physical freak, but he took him down, like took his back, had him flattened out. Like, he's a survivor, like you said, but he had him in a horrible spot. And then the round ended, like he didn't, get up. Like, the round ended with Ryan on his back. Like, he survived the choke, but the bell went off and he got up. And then freaking Billy Elekana took his back. I know he like pretty much used all his juice to get there, but if those guys, 3 guys, taking him down, taking your back, I feel like Krylov's going to see that. Krylov's the best grappler he's fought, and I feel like the takedown's going to be there. And then even on the feet, obviously Guskov's the cleaner, more accurate like boxer, but I feel like it's not like, I feel like it's competitive on the feet. Krylov could crack him too. I wouldn't be surprised if either guy got hurt on the feet. So yeah, I like Krylov. I think the GTD's gone a little too far. And yeah, I think there's maybe look at some, Krylov decision proper, like a sub or decision double chance prop on Krylov. I don't think that's terrible either.
Yeah, nice. I don't think I'll put anything in parlays, but you guys can write down what you want.
Did you go, JB?
Yeah, no, I didn't on this one, but it's cool. I'm not tripping. I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm fried, brother. But like, tell me Guskov doesn't look like this guy. Where's it at?
There's good reason for my glistening skin.
Who's that? On, that's funny. Or is it we get taken down? That sound was funny.
That's fucking creeping me out, bro. Especially if I was high, I'd be fucking not liking it.
Who's that? Yeah, the sound.
Little baby's ice cream. It keeps me young. It keeps me light.
It's just a video, bro. It's like some dude just eating his fucking head. But it looks like Guskov.
Bro, what the fuck? I eat little babies' ice cream?
Yeah,
bro.
That's all he says, bro. It's just a random video from when I was like fucking 10 years old, bro. That somebody showed me.
Bro, watching that.
I remember that from years ago, bro. I don't know what. It was like a meme back in the day.
Yeah. Yo, but honestly, I think like from the money line standpoint here, I think it's Guskov or pass. Like the first thing you said, James, is there's a lot of unknowns here, bro. Like if Krylov comes in and he's, the fighter he should be, probably, takes him down. But I don't know. 2-year layoff, that was super weird. Comes in looking super ass in the Reyes fight. And Guskov, training with guys like Walter Walker, I know he's probably improving at least a little bit. What did he get clowned on in his UFC debut? I know Elekana took his back, but I think he knows that Krylov's going to try and grapple here, bro. And he has a sick uppercut up the middle, bro.
Yeah.
This fight stays on the feet for any significant portion. I really could see him cracking Krylov here. So, yeah, I like from a dog or pass money line standpoint, what's it at, like plus 172 now? starting to get a little bit of buyback, and I think that's smart because I feel like I could argue 40% for Guskov. You know, it's just so many unknowns in this fight. There's a lot of different ways it could play out. Volatility, I tend to lean the dog, and I don't hate the overpath, bro.
Nice, bro.
Or just you know, not the over. Like it's probably gonna go under, but like y'all said, if it goes over, shit starts to get greasy.
Yeah. Do you
Plus
want to write down Guskov?
Yeah, plus 172. I'll definitely write him down, bro. He eats little baby's ice cream.
Yeah, I'm on Krylov, but I get it, bro. Like he could easily get caught.
Let's go next fight. Let's run through this shit.
This is a great fight, bro. It's like Jose Ochoa versus Asua Almabayev. So do we think that Jose Ochoa has the grappling defense to deal with someone like Asu, who's a very relentless wrestler at the flyweight division, you know, has good cardio for wrestling, will continue wrestling all throughout the 3-round fight, the 15-minute distance. He'll reshoot if you defend his takedown. He'll reshoot again. He'll chain wrestle up against the cage. It's just a lot to deal with in MMA. And outside of that, he's bouncing a lot and, you know, spinning a little bit. So he's not super easy to deal with on the feet in between the grappling attacks. So, yeah, has Ochoa got what it takes to come through that test? Because it is a massive test. It really comes down to that, because I feel like Jose Ochoa is a very elite fighter. You know, when he fought Lona Kavanagh, I had tweeted right after that fight, the year is 2028. You're just sitting down to watch Ochoa versus Kavanagh 2 for the flyweight belt, you know? So that's kind of how I felt about these two guys, you know, future top 10 guys, but maybe it could be too early for Ochoa. And I do lean that way. I think Asu's grappling is going to be too much for Ochoa to deal with. But like, you can easily make arguments on both sides, you know. So I'm kind of keen to hear your guys' take. I think Asu Almabayev is going to decision him, though. JB?
You think Asu's gonna? Oh damn, I'm on the other side, bro. I like Ochoa here, bro. Here's the thing: like, if Asu was a better control grappler from the top, and he had damage, you know, I would consider betting him his side. But Ochoa is a slight dog now, and I think on the feet he's gonna be the way better striker. Like, look, Asu, I feel like if he doesn't get his game off here, he's gonna not look like the favorite, definitely. And I think Ochoa's, you know, could be taken down, but I think he'll fight to get back to the feet. I don't think Asu's like a crazy sub threat. He doesn't deal damage, so like he could be winning 4 minutes of the round. Jose Ochoa gets up, he lands 3 or 4 strikes, and that could steal the round. I feel like Asu could get reversed easily as well in the grappling situations. Ochoa is gonna be making improvements. I remember like so he fought Zach Makovsky. That's like the first fight I was able to watch again of him, and it was a close fight against a guy who I don't think is like. He just simply didn't cut it in the UFC. He comes in, fights Odie Osborne. That guy's, you know, not good on the ground, just straight up. Good striker, just not good on the ground. Oh, you know, I don't. CJ Vergara, he didn't finish that guy. I think Ochoa would dust that fool, personally. So, like, I understand styles make fights, but I just have a tough time seeing Asu as the chalk. Just because his style, like I don't really think it's going to be long-term winning fights in the UFC. He wrestles a lot, but I don't think he deals damage. It would have to be just something where Ochoa is, you know, getting taken down and not able to get back up. Eventually accepts bottom position, but I mean his cardio is solid. Even reversed Loner Kavanagh in that fight, takes the back, able to, you know, almost get a rear naked choke. I think Ochoa could hurt him on the feet here. I like Ochoa money line. And I like Ochoa sub. I was on the Jose Johnson sub where he almost had him in a triangle, reversed him, got to mount. And I think that guy's not good, like just straight up, to be honest with you. Everybody was on Ochoa sub last fight. It was the big bet of the week against Cody Durnan. Now we're getting a guy in Asu Almabayev who is going to grapple here. He's going to look to grapple. He's not the better striker, so he can be hurt on the feet, reversed. I've seen him reversed before by lesser fighters, put in sub attempts before by, you know, lesser fighters. Nicolau had him in a deep guillotine the pants off this guy. I think Ochoa could threaten him, and I've seen him go for those front headlocks, and he's training with Charles, 24 years old. I really think this kid's the truth, bro, and I don't want to get on the other side. I like Ochoa sub.
Zah?
I'm like in the middle. I like you said, James, you can easily make an argument for either side, but I think it's pretty 50-50. Like, is the wrestling going to be too much? Is Ochoa going to play off his back? You know, it's tough to know. And Ochoa seems like he has good cardio, like really good cardio, but it's not proven in like a high pace, you know, grappling, wrestling type fight. And Asu seems to have decent cardio. Like he's, you know, still getting takedowns late in the fight. So I don't think it's like there's a gap in the cardio there. I just think Ochoa, I think I would rather bet Ochoa just because I feel like Asu's path is like a greasy, you know, competitive decision. And Ochoa, I could see him knocking him out. I could see him hurting him, stealing rounds. And shout out to David in the chat. Like, the finish only line is chalk Ochoa. And I agree. Like, it's tough for me to see how Asu finishes him. If he's, you know, he has some submissions, but it was like against Ode Osborne, and, you know, he couldn't choke out or submit Jose Johnson. He's fought like 3 dudes, like in Vergara, like he's fought 3 dudes who are known for not having grappling. And then he fought Nicolau. That was a super 50-50 fight. And then, you know, obviously Cape smoked him, but Cape's just like a different level. But he never even came close to a takedown in the Cape fight. And I think he's going to get takedowns here early. And against Durden, Ochoa, you know, he showed some decent stuff, but he wasn't impossible to take down. He got taken down, got up, stuffed a couple shots, and then got taken down at the end of the round and played off his back. I didn't like that. So it's a tough one to call. I think it's a really good fight. I think the most likely outcome is Asu decision, but I think the value is on like the Jose finish props. I think the ITD is like 230, KO was like 350 on FanDuel, and then the 2-3 props like 900, 1500. I like those, and I don't really have to like choose a side. I just think those are value.
Nice, boys. Let's write some stuff down.
All right.
Yeah, if he plays off his back, I'll be sick. But
it could happen, bro.
Yeah, I'll take it at plus money, bro. Slight plus money, bro. I think the sub's live at plus 1200.
I'm not gonna write nothing down.
No, okay,
that's cool.
Well, I don't want to go against you on the parlay.
No, it's all good. No, don't sweat it, bro.
I'm all right.
I see the path. Like,
you want sub? I won't write down KO if you like sub.
Bro. Hell yeah.
I just feel like he's put in them deep. He's a dog. I know he gets put in chokes or submissions, but he fought them off. Like,
yeah. Only so many you could fight off when it's Jose Johnson and Nicolau. When somebody
Nicolau's Gilly, bro. I was like, dude, that was brutal.
Definitely a dog for sure. But
I don't think he likes getting hit, bro. Like, I don't think he's a terrible striker. Like, he's athletic, throws good kicks, but like, I don't think he likes getting hit. Asu, what's the sub at? Ochoa sub. Where is that? Oh, 1200. Yeah. I'm gonna write down Ochoa round 2 prop in round 3. All right.
Next fight, Magomedov versus Marc-Andre Barriault. I feel like Marc-Andre is just going to probably get caught with something huge on the feet, man, coming in. Like, he's very, very plodding on the feet. You know, I don't think that he has the footwork to cut off the cage on Shara, at least early. And if he doesn't cut off the cage well, he's probably just going to get beat the fuck out. Now, obviously, Barriault's type of guy that if he gets his game going, he's going to look like value against anyone. You know, it's just, is he going to be able to get his game going? It's just tough against someone like Shara because I think, you know, he's going to need to bully his way into the clinch. But that, like I said, that's going to leave you open for big shots. The footwork's going to be enough at least to just stop the clinch happening instantly. And even in the clinch, I think Shara can also fuck him up and hit him with massive shots. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think Mark's going to get a takedown here. I mean, Shara's been taken down before, but he's also defended multiple takedowns from guys who are a little bit more consistent to go for them, like Michel Oleksiejczuk. You know, Oleksiejczuk took him down. He held the whizzer very well there. I think once he's on his back, he's not very good. But Also, isn't the line like minus 700? Because I think that's a stupid line, you know. I capped Magomedov. Yeah, I capped Magomedov at like 7 or 8 out of 10 or some shit like that. So like,
Same.
you know, it's insane minus 700. But I'm actually not going to bet on Marc-Andre Barriault. You'll never see this podcast in a UFC podcast, really, like a UFC event. If we break down PFL, it could be different. But I don't think you'll ever see this podcast really making a case for minus 700s. I think we've done it before in certain fights. I think we did it with Fatima Klein.
We took Kennedy and Njoku versus Oben St. Preux. I'm so embarrassed to say.
Keep that one under wraps.
For real? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't, for the most part, you're not going to see us like say minus 700 is good. But yeah, I just feel like Shara's going to win the fight. I don't have massive want to bet Andre Barriault, but I respect anyone doing it because there is a path to victory there. Zar?
I did it when it was in the 500s. I bet it just Marab brain. I feel like it's 7, 8 out of 10 for Shara max. So I did get a good price, like in the mid high 500s, but I feel like I had it at 400 max. Shara, you know, like the Trocoli fight was like a year ago, and he wasn't even this price versus fucking Trocoli. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, but bro, like he got a shit ton of control time. He just marched in there, threw a right hand, and put him against the fence. Like he got stuck there for a while. He got like Bruno Silva multiple takedowns. I think he's like a little bit more explosive than Marc-Andre, but he's not a wrestler. Michel got like 2-3 takedowns. Yeah, like he's given up a lot of control time. And he, like in the Trocoli fight, only a year ago, and he did not like know how to get off the fence. He was going to get taken down there, and he grabbed the fence bad, and there was no point taken. He was going to get taken down there for sure. And it took him till round 3 to get rid of like Trocoli, bro. Like that was a shitty performance in my opinion, like really bad. But then he had some good performances, like, you know, he fought some strikers. I wouldn't say like the Armin fight, like it was a crazy good performance, but you know, it was 50-50 in the striking and he ends up knocking him out. I think the Michal fight was like his most impressive one, like outstruck him. Yeah, he got taken down, but like nothing really happened. He did kind of get saved by the bell. Like Michal was on his back, but he was calm. I think that was like his best performance, but yeah, I think Mab could get clipped early. He could even get knocked out late too. Like he could get knocked out at any point of this fight. But I just feel like it's so hard for me to see how Shara looks 90% or better than minus 700. And it's really easy to see how MAB looks better than plus 500. Like, you know, if other people are getting a shit ton of control time and multiple takedowns, Marc-Andre can too. He could catch a kick, get on top. That's how Shara's been taken down before. Gave up like multiple minutes of control time to Trocoli. So I could see him making it close. It's going to be tough to see him get a decision in Abu Dhabi. But, I mean, the Mab decision plus 1,100 is a crazy line. I think his money line's a crazy line. So, yeah, I'm making the case for the dog. I think it should be minus 400.
JB, what do you reckon?
I think Fetty Wap, my man, Shara Bullet, the pirate, one eye, gonna get it done with the body kicks. I respect the takes are. I have to look into it.
It's just a price thing, bro. Like it's just a price thing.
Respect.
Yeah, definitely, man. I fully understand.
Yeah,
bro. I've seen this guy. By the way, let me just do it, bro. Brother, I've seen the emails and you've been responded to like multiple different times. Check your junk email or something like that. I won't address it again, but just check your junk email.
All right, next one.
I might make a case for the dog here.
Oh, for sure.
This is a great fight, man. Peter Yan versus Marcus Mcghee. I think both fighters have the chance to wobble, stun each other. You know, Peter Yan, obviously a lot more technical with his striking. He has more of a diverse arsenal. I think Mcghee, I would give it the explosivity and power and athleticism upside too, and that can even things out. You know, we've seen Peter Yan drop before. We've seen him wobbled a little bit before. Historically, he's troubled against people who can throw out good volume. And, you know, historically, he's given up round 1 as well, which is bad in a 3-round fight. He did it in one of his recent fights against Yudong Song just 2 fights ago. In a 3-round fight, he gave up round 1 there. Athletic, sharp, fast, you know, similar to Marcus Mcghee. And he just beat Petr Yan to the punch a little bit. And then Petr Yan had to grapple a little bit in that fight, you know, had to throw. That was a very good fight. It was a close fight. You know, I bet on Petr Yan in that fight via decision as well. But it was a close fight, you know. And a few things in a 3-round fight can swing it. I feel like the money line is too wide on the Marcus Mcghee side. I feel like he can, like I said, Petr Yan, I think, is regressing a little bit. I don't think Petr Yan is in his prime anymore. I think he was in his prime at about 27 years old. Now he's 32 years old. And in fight years, he's like 40, you know. He's been at war. He's been the champion. He's lost the belt. You know, he's been dominated. He's dominated fighters. In his early run, he was having extremely close fights with fighters. If you remember Jimmy Rivera, if you remember DSD, not really DSD to be honest, but Jimmy Rivera was a close fight. He lets minutes get away from him, and he got rocked badly by Davison Figueiredo. You know, Yudong Song was teeing off on him at times. So I feel like Petr Yan's going to win the fight 29-28, but I think it's going to be some hairy moments and very, very close. So I like Marcus Mcghee for that reason, but it could be too much of a step up, you know. Oftentimes when these fighters take a big step up like this, they just don't perform well, but that's why he's plus 350, you know. So JB, what do you reckon?
Yeah, solid price tag. I know I kind of just went quick on the last one. I do think MMB's live, but it's just like my man Lou, he's got a big night out on the city. And I'm pretty fucking tired, bro. So I'll just keep this one short and sweet. I think McGee's a live dog. I know he has not fought this level of competition, but I think it's as simple as Jan might not win the first round, and then it's going to be really close. It's likely to go to decision, like the books are saying. I think McGee's a competitive enough fighter. Good, solid boxing. He's not a fish on the ground. I think this mainly plays out on the feet, and it's like, yeah, I do think Jan is slightly regressing a bit. He's a solid fighter. His boxing's crisp. He's high IQ, but he could just be a little low volume. You know, let guys kind of hit him on the guard, and sometimes the judges, you know, score that a certain way. So in a 5-round fight, I would be betting, like, I would be looking at the Jan side here, late finish props, stuff like that. But in a 3-round fight, man, it's kind of like, dude, I have to bet the McGee side. I think McGee decision plus 500 is sharp too. I don't see him finishing Petr Yan. Jan's super durable, very tough. Even in the times he's been hurt, he's been able to, you know, go through wars. Merab, you know, on the feet, I know it's different because you're getting taken down a lot, but was piecing him up quite a bit, had his eyes lumped up. So I think, you know, Petr Yan might wear damage on the face, you know, in this fight. McGee's a bit of a hard hitter, so big power shots could swing the rounds also. I think this is, like I said, going to decision. I think it's going to be close. I'll be rooting for McGee because I think I'm going to probably have a bet on him.
Yeah. If it's minus 400 to go over, and we're in Abu Dhabi, and Petr Yan gives away round 1 a lot.
Dude, he's training with the best bantamweights in the world. You know, we can shit on Kyler Phillips, but this guy doesn't have the worst cardio in the world like Kyler Phillips.
Bautista, Sean O'Malley, Kyler Phillips. He's training with the best.
And they've already game planned for Petr Yan with O'Malley. You know, like what he might. You know, I see like I can't wait for Yan to trip this guy. He might, but is he gonna stay on top? Like, is it gonna? He might not even get the trips. Like, they might have already prepared for that in camp. So it's like, yeah, dude, I think this could play out really close, bro.
Zar?
I feel like McGee decision plus 500 is like an easy click. I feel like it's dogger pass money line. I know we all love Petr Yan, but dude, like he minus 400, I just cannot get anywhere close to betting that. Especially when he's not like a dude who like runs you over round 1 and finishes you. Like his last finish was Aldo in round 5. I don't remember the last time he like smoked some guy in round 1. And I feel like it's minus 400 money line when he's not going to finish you round 1. It's like minus 250 to go the distance. The first 7.5 minutes, I think, are going to be super competitive. And like McGee, like Yan, if you're not grappling him, he struggles with people who are like, you know, big, can match him the speed and have power. Like, I mean, McGee's going to look a weight class bigger than him, I think. He's got power. He's got footwork, at least early. And yeah, like he was minus 140 over Song Yadong. He looked, pretty good, but he lost like the first 7-8 minutes of that fight. Didn't start separating until like the last minute of round 2 where he got a takedown. And I could see him getting a takedown here. It's not like McGee's impossible to take down, and the grappling upside's on Jan's side, but I don't get how you get anywhere near minus 400. So yeah, I'm picking, Jan to win. But I think I bet McGee decision. I think Jan 2-3 KO plus 1,000 isn't bad. Like that's how he would cover. I just don't get how he covers in a decision. Like he's minus 400. It's minus 250 to go to decision. I don't really get it. So I'm on McGee decision and some Jan late props. And I might end up with McGee money line, but I'm probably going to wait it out, see if I can get a good price.
Yeah. If me and Marcus McGee were to roll Pierce, I would heel hook him, yes. He asked me if I could heel hook Marcus McGee.
You reckon you could?
Yeah, in a just grappling situation, I think I could get him. Just with like a leg lock. He's probably fucking strong as fuck, though. But he's a 135er. Got a few pounds on him. Quick leg lock, But yeah, if it was a fight, bro, he'd fucking knock me the fuck out, bro. Round 1, bad. Stuff every single shot I tried.
Anything else you guys want?
Nah.
Cool. All right.
This is a great fight. I'll be quick on this one because I need to get to the parlays and go. But I feel like the Riddier is just a weight class above Robert Whittaker. So since they're in different weight classes, it's going to be tough, man. Like for Whittaker to at least compete early. If he gets taken down, it could be over. The Riddier, it could be one takedown is a fight because the Riddier is an elite grappler. We need to start putting respect on the Riddier's grappling skills. I know he didn't show it against Bo Nickel, but he's an elite grappler, very, very high level grappler in grappling and in MMA. So Robert Whittaker, I don't think is great at jiu-jitsu in general, bro. I think he's pretty athletic. It's hard to take him down. Great movement, great MMA fighter, decent survivor. But I think there's a massive level difference on the mat, but also a massive size difference. I feel like the Riddier probably needs to finish him in the first 2 or 3 rounds maximum, because if not, he's probably going to gas out and get finished himself. I like the doesn't go. I like the Riddier. I like the Riddier ITD. It could be a KO as well as a sub. Robert looked horrible off his back against Drickus. He got taken down by a sloppy shot just via strength. So we could see that again here. So, yeah, I think write those ones down for me.
Yep.
I think it's going to finish one way or another.
Yeah. I could see it going like Rob on the feet is going to be a motherfucker for RDR to deal with. But I think that size, at plus money, could lean closer to 50-50. I think the Riddier physicality, one of the best grapplers that this guy's fought besides Hamza. And who's to say this guy just doesn't get face cranked again and tap. His teeth just start coming out, bro. Don't even got to get under the chin on this guy, bro. Just take his back. And man, I like the way RDR just throws in the clinch. And I don't think it's going to be an auto KO for Rob. He could knock him out on the feet, but at some point, I think the Riddier's going to be able to get to him. Awkward with the striking, kind of gets into range, and I think then that's where Rob, we've seen in the fights versus the grapplers, we haven't seen it many times, but I think RDR is going to sub him, bro. I get the KO angle, but I'm just predicting outright sub. I don't think it's going to be a decision for RDR. This gets round 3, 4, 5. I'll start to lean Rob heavily, but I don't think it's going to get to round 3, 4, 5. I think RDR is going to show levels here on the mat. And yeah, high level. I'm gonna look for the Darce on BetMGM real quick, but you could go, Azar.
Yeah, it's similar to you guys. I think RDR could definitely finish him early, and Rob can finish him late. So I'm on RDR early sub props. I'm on Rob late KO props, and the money line. It's tough for me. Just I don't have a great read, but I like you said, James. RDR is going to be so much bigger than him, and one takedown could be the fight. He hasn't really fought anyone like RDR. I know he had good takedown defense stats, but then it got to physical, really good grapplers, and he, got taken down and got fucked up. So, this isn't like Yoel Romero, bro. Like RDR is insane on top, huge. Like I know Romero's big, but this is a different level grappler in the jiu-jitsu. So I think RDR very live to finish him early. I think Rob's very live to finish him late. That's the props I have. I'll write them down.
Let's go.
I'm predicting him to get him to top half guard. He's going to start to land elbows, bro. And then when Rob starts to cover up, bro, he's going to lock up the Darce, bro. That's how I'm calling it right there.
I can feel that completely, bro. He turns to one of his shoulders to get away from the elbows, try and create some space, and then curls up a little bit, slight shoulder turtle position, and he just goes underneath and the Darce is wrapped up. I can see it in my head right now.
Hell yeah, bro. Maybe one day if we ever get to train in the future, bro, we'll go over some Darce stuff. I got some and I gotta, yeah, hell yeah.
All right, sweet.
Parlay?
Let's do these parlays, boys. I'll make my parlay first. If you just show me what we got.
I already got my parlay.
All right, I'm gonna go with Buchecha round 1. What's RDR? What's RDR ITD?
It's like the same as his money line, 150.
Yeah. All right, I'll take round 1. I'll take sub, or I'll just take 1-2, not sub 1-2.
Okay. I don't know the odds on that.
Okay, just take his money line then.
Money line?
Yeah.
Dude in the chat called him Martin Bidet, like that thing that like washes your ass.
Cody and Paul were calling him Party Marty, bro. It's so funny.
Yeah, I'll just have that, boys. That's all good for me. Nice 2+ monies.
Sharp.
You have yours?
Yeah, I don't know if we wrote them all down or not, but I'm gonna go with
chilling. Whatever you got.
Yeah, Damon Blackshear sub plus 220.
Don't hate it. They're onto it, but it's still not bad. Especially that's the FanDuel one, right?
It's a parlay, guys. It's a parlay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's FanDuel odds. Yeah, I'm going with FanDuel odds.
No, I was thinking about it. That I can't touch it yet, but it's a good one.
Yeah, just play this parlay, bro. It's gonna get us all to the bank. This is what the people came here for.
What's next?
I'm going with I need a KO now. Leal KO. It's like minus 130.
Don't hate it at all.
And then I'm gonna top it off with a decision. I'm gonna go with the Matty Betts.
You're on cycle.
Yeah, I'm going with the Matty Betts. What is it? Mcghee decision, bro. Give me that.
Ooh, I like this parlay, bro.
Wow, that's huge.
Let's get it.
Crazy odds.
Let's go.
220, 130.
That's gonna hit.
I think they're all value. For sure.
Yeah, just like, dude, I'm just trying to. I actually just am calling them all out, right, bro? Like, maybe not McGee decision, but it's like, let's see what happens. 32.97. Let's go. Already played it.
Wow. All right, I'll go. Definitely going Leal ITD.
Nice.
I'm definitely going.
We ran it up today, boys. A lot of viewers, bro, and we kind of cruised through this pod, bro.
We go Bryce.
Better than our usual 3. Nice.
I'm feeling the vibes this week, though, bro. I don't know what it is. I don't always say that. Maybe I do always say that, but I don't know. I have to go back and watch. But this week, I'm really feeling it, bro.
Might be the pack, bro.
I think it's the pack. I think it's I up the amount, I up the
I'm gonna go all
quality, right? Like, who was it last week? Oh yeah, it was Cagliari. That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh, what do I want to do here? I like this bet, but I don't want to go all 3 chalk.
Why not, bro? You can. Don't force it.
All right.
I'll
see that.
Just
I'll
for
see
plus
that.
money.
I like this, bro.
Plus money, bro.
I like this, bro.
Go with what you like. Go with what you like, not with.
Yeah, I just don't want to be a puss.
Nah, we're trying to
271.
hit, bro. We're trying to hit.
But sometimes you like plus money, sometimes you don't. So just go with what you like, you know.
Yeah,
Let's
I mean
go.
that's a kind of a pussy one, but that's all I got.
Dude,
All right.
somebody's always gonna have something to complain about. If you don't hit, bro, then you're fucking the worst in the world. And then if you fucking don't go for big odds, people are like, "Yo, what's up with the odds?"
It's different. I'll
Watch
go
the
4
show.
digits like damn near every week. I'll go 271. All right.
Aiming, firing. Nice one, boys. That's a nice free. That's all we need, bro. Nothing crazy.
Yep. These are the 3 parlays, and I'll go over the bets real quick. Don't yell at me for going too fast. You can pause it.
Screenshot.
You're going too slow, bro. Czar.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right, good shit.
Plus 271 is insane, like massive odds. You know, these guys are playing minus 400s and stuff. So that's still big. That's still big. JB got the cycle coming through with the Matty bets, and I got the nice 2-legger. So shout out to my co-hosts Zar and JB. Take us out. If not, let's fucking cash.
Sir. Good
Yeah.
luck, everyone.
I don't think I'm gonna rip my shirt again, but y'all have a good weekend.
All right, good luck, boys. Love, man. Peace. Hopefully you win. Let's fucking go. My man.
I'm back.